for those of you guys that do not know, we are in a very different environment, clearly. We are now back in the States, and let me tell you why. So initially, we were planning to be in the Dominican for a year to year and a half. We ended up being in the Dominican for right over a year. And we decided to come home pretty rapidly, kind of quickly, because of some medical stuff with Lillaby. Now, I don't want to go super in depth on that because we want to honor her privacy on the internet, but please reach out if you have any questions or want to pray or anything like that, because we would love to have support for us, support for her, you know, our little family here. We're adjusting well. I came back right over 2 weeks ago with Lillaby, and then Cal stayed an extra week just to wrap things up there because it was a quicker transition. So we do have plans for the future, and that's kind of what Cal's going to talk about next.
Yeah, so we just want to make the most of our time at home. So first and foremost, that means just taking care of her, making sure she's in a healthy spot. So we've already had a lot of appointments for her. We have a lot more coming. Just trying to make sure we're doing everything we can to set her up as well as possible for the future. Again, like Courtney said, we sent an email to supporters, and I think Courtney's posted some stuff on Facebook and Instagram, but if you have any additional questions, feel free to reach out to us. She's okay, nothing like life-threatening, but just trying to make sure we set her up as best we can for the future. In addition to that, just some big things while we're home. We have a month-long missions training in August. We'll go to North Carolina for that, and that'll be really good. Just help us think about Colombia more and just set us up well for that. And then I know for sure in January we will be going to a missions event at one of the churches that supports us, Lord willing. And so excited for that. And then our tentative timeline as of right now is trying to leave in probably like February 2025, somewhere around there. We have more support raising that we need to do while we're home in these next months. We definitely want to make sure we don't lose Spanish and even like increase our Spanish, so we're ready to go in Colombia. Our connections in Colombia are only Spanish speaking, so there is no English buffer. We got to be ready to go with the language. In addition, just definitely in our work at church planning, just definitely saw the need to have some level of ability to lead worship, even just a few songs. So for me personally, I've played the piano a little bit in the past, so maybe trying to get back into that a little bit, but also I saw a guitar in the garage here, so I might try to pick that up and just learn a couple Spanish worship songs or something, just to be able to lead like church plant worship in the future. I definitely think that'd be really beneficial. So other than that, just kind of a little bit of this, a little bit of that, trying to get settled back home and get things reorganized. And then for Courtney and I, just definitely talking through the Dominican, just what did God teach us? What do we want to take moving forward? What didn't work that we don't want to take moving forward? And just kind of trying to figure out some of those things. And for Courtney and I as well, definitely just want to take advantage of the fact that we're here with family and many willing babysitters. And so just investing in our marriage and just taking the time to spend time together, maybe more so than we had the opportunity to in the DR. So yeah, other than that, just looking at a lot of different things, just trying to just figure out Colombia as best as possible and the future as best as possible, with health insurance and just all kinds of little things like that. Yeah, now that we know more just about what it is to be on the mission field, being married and having a child, just trying to hone in on some of those things like medical insurance and just different things like that. Oh, and then another thing I'm still praying through is just I may start an online seminary program in the fall. Just definitely think that could be beneficial as we prepare to go to Colombia and potentially start a ministry or join a ministry or whatever. I definitely don't think further formal biblical training could be a bad thing. So looking into that and hoping to start that in the fall as well. But overall, just definitely want to take advantage of the time that we do have here in the U.S. and just make the most of it to fully equip ourselves for the work ahead. And just, trying to keep pushing ahead, just not looking at it as in missions, not in missions, or in the field, not on the field, but just life with God.
For prayer requests, some things that we would really appreciate prayer on is continued faithfulness of the Lord in medical appointments and things like that for Lillaby. The Lord has been so faithful to provide quick and on top of it, appointments just very like boom, 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 instead of like a long wait time, which has been super, super awesome. So just continued provision in that from the Lord. And then also just for the Lord to guide us in this season, to continue to guide us missionally here and also just towards the future.
And then I think another prayer request is just, this is a time for Courtney and I to reflect on our time in the Dominican and think ahead for what's next in Colombia. And so just prayers that we would be on the same page, that we would be unified, and that the Lord would just show us what He would have us do together.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for being along on this journey with us. Whether you're a financial supporter, a prayer supporter, or anything else, thank you so much. We appreciate it. It is a huge benefit to the ministry the Lord is using us for, and you get to be along for the ride. So thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.